thing that really struck me right off the bat was having the opportunity to work on a Canadian show, shoot it in Canada, and have Canadian people, namely my family, be able to watch it. And that was a huge breakthrough for me. So I was really grateful for the opportunity. As far as it being a period show, I was just drawn to the show itself. The period wasn't the only thing attractive about it. It was the character, it was the story, it was the vibe of the show that I found really appealing.
Well, for me, in actual fact, there were 2 movies made. People probably watched the movies before the series. Yeah. And so I had done a guest lead, I suppose, on one of them as an evil, murderous killer of babies. And I think I died of syphilis and went mad or something.
Just another day in acting.
Yeah, it was a cool role, and that's when I met Maureen Jennings and had a really good time on that set. And it was after that I think Maureen had said to me, which is probably not the way things are supposed to go. There were people you're supposed to go through. Maureen was like, I want you this all the time. And you know, long time passed, probably over a year, and it didn't come back around, which was it didn't look like it was something that would be available to me. And so it was pretty exciting when it did. And I love these kinds of characters that are so strident, you know, but also so feminine. A lot of these kinds of characters that are written in modern times are just strident. You don't get the other element. You don't have all of the grace and all of the whimsy and the romanticism and stuff. And so it's really fun to have these characters, and that is a part of the period, to be able to enjoy a character with that kind of spectrum. So I was very excited.
Murdoch had been going for 5 years, so I felt very lucky to get to join such a wonderful team of people, and it's such a well-oiled machine. Like it runs so smoothly, and so I was just really excited to become a part of it. And period piece is always fun, especially for girls, because it's different than what we get to wear now, and to learn about the hair and the costumes, and the work that goes into the costumes is unbelievable, and they're so beautiful, and the corset isn't always the most fun. Everything else is, it's always magical, because you feel it's like being an actress properly, because you get to go to a different time period. So
when I watched those beautiful dresses, there was one scene in I think the Murdoch trap episode where you're shooting at a skeleton with blood splattering. Oh, look at that beautiful dress! No, don't touch it.
Yeah, and she loves it. Dr. Grace loves that stuff. So yeah.
Johnny, tell us, how do you feel about it?
I think with the period thing, when I first found out about it and I had the audition, I thought it was strange that it was going to be a forensic show based in Victorian at the turn of the century, when forensics weren't very far along. I thought that was kind of a weird idea. A lot of the CSI shows were very popular at the time, and but really, if you look at in a way, the viewer gets sort of to get in on forensics at the ground level, you know, because Murdoch is also an inventor, and you know, necessity is the mother of invention. So he creates the equipment, and it's not, you know, like a CSI show. They scan it with a blue light, send it through a database, and they figure it out like that. But it's a real organic approach to the Murdoch show, and you see him build the equipment, and you understand where he's coming from. And so I thought it was at the inception of forensic, which is kind of brilliant.
Yeah, and I gather that actually a lot of these techniques that we have today did start back then. That it was, to a degree, it's historically accurate, and people started thinking about these techniques.
Yeah, it is very historically accurate. Give or take 5 years. The whole thing of fingerprinting and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that stuff was all being born around us.
Yeah, it wasn't just Murdoch that invented all of them. But we're going to let it happen.
Now tell me, you guys have, it's interesting, because you grew up in Australia, so you have a sense of what Australians like to watch and so on. And I think you talked about the pride you had in the fact that Canadians, your family and friends, would be able to watch the show. But the show has been so wildly successful in other countries, including cultures that are like ours, like the United Kingdom, but also in China, for example. Why do you quintessentially Canadian resonated so deeply with people in other countries? Anybody?
I don't know.
That's the most Canadian answer we ever got. We don't know why they like us, but they do, so we don't know.
There's no one thing you can particularly sort of point to and say that's uniquely Canadian, but I think there's a sensibility, there's a skill set that we have as makers of entertainment in Canada that sets us apart from all sides, whether it be on the creative side, producing. You have to be very shrewd, very smart, and think outside the box to do the things that Christina is able to do day in and day out. There are also the writers that we have, the people that are able to capture the images that we give you each week. They have to think outside the box because there isn't, a vast sea of money to make these shows. So I think it's just the fact that we're survivors and that we're innovative that people are drawn to.
One of the things I think right from the get-go, we wanted to make a show that appealed to families, that you were able to watch with your children. We wanted to have a show that was a mystery every single week. So if you missed a couple, you weren't out of the loop. So it had that great sense of a mystery. But it wasn't too gruesome, it's not too violent. And the other really important thing was we wanted to have some humor in the series. We wanted a contemporary audience to actually, there's so many men, we've done now 6 seasons, all the memories flood in. But I remember that time when you were thinking about a donut, the beginnings of a donut. And you two were dancing and you wondered if this might one day become entertainment. And you were, no one's going to want entertainment with murder. So we actually want to have some fun with the show. And I think in the world, there's a lot of violent stuff on television. And I think we found this unique spot, to be honest, which balances, procedurals and some humor and some fun.
And I think, judging by, you said you wanted a family show, judging by the audience here, mission accomplished, right? I mean, I have not seen